Okay, we are shifting focus entirely to a different story. This loops back to the story we started the entire show with. The Home Minister Amit Shah putting out a response on Rahul Gandhi meeting with Ilhan Omar. Now he said, and I'm just going to share parts of the comment with you, then we'll have our reporter join us in a second. He said, speaking anti-national things and standing with forces that break the country has become a habit of Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. But let's let Payal Mehta, our colleague, tell us what else Amit Shah has said. Payal, do continue, do tell us more and then bring us the context.
Well, of course, in the wake of the upcoming elections, the Home Minister also attacked the National Conference, essentially saying that these are the alliance partners who actually speak about breaking the country on various lines. These are the people who actually portray a terrible picture of India when they travel overseas, and this is no surprise. But the Home Minister says that, to divide people on the lines of religion, to divide people on the lines of language, and to divide people on the lines of regionalism is something which Rahul Gandhi is an expert in, and that actually shows his thinking, that shows his ideology as well. And once again, Rahul Gandhi touched on the issue of Arakshan, which is of course reservation. The Home Minister says that no matter what happens, nobody will be able to tinker with the reservation policy of the country. And जब तक भाजपा है आरक्षण को कोई छू नहीं सकता और देश की एकता के साथ कोई खिलवाड़ नहीं कर सकता. Emphatic statement coming in from the Home Minister Toya, essentially saying that till the BJP is in power and they will remain in power for a while, nobody will be able to tinker with the unity and the integrity of India, and also with the reservation system which is guaranteed to the Indian citizens through the Constitution.
Okay, Payal, just stay with us. I just want to tell our audiences right now on your screens also, we are playing out the entirety of what it is that the Home Minister has said. Of course, this is in response to two different aspects. Obviously, the first is Rahul Gandhi's meeting with US Representative Ilhan Omar. You can see that on your screens right now. But the other aspect of this is in response to statements that Rahul Gandhi had made while he was in the United States. He'd said, we'll think of scrapping reservations when India is a fair place. Now, we'll just go back to our colleague Payal to understand a little bit more. Payal, the first aspect where the Home Minister has said that Rahul is in a habit of saying anti-national things. He's also said as long as BJP is there, none of this will actually take place. Just tell our audiences, Payal, behind the scenes, how is the BJP processing each of the visuals, each of the comments that are coming in from the United States and Rahul's campaign and his visit there?
That is essentially what the Home Minister is attacking towards. The Home Minister is saying that Rahul Gandhi, whenever he goes overseas, he paints a bad picture of India, a country where his party, his family has governed over the decades. For over 5 to 6 decades they've been in power, but they do not feel shame. They do not feel shameful of it then, but they feel shameful of it now because they are not in power. So that's the attack coming in from the Home Minister. Point by point attack coming in from the Home Minister as far as Rahul Gandhi's comments last night are concerned.
Okay, just stay with us, Payal. We'll bring our audiences more context. But again, there are two aspects here. Rahul Gandhi raising the caste census issue during his US visit, saying that the party will call for the scrapping of reservations only when India is a fair place. He made these statements while he was talking to students at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. The second aspect, as we've told you already, of this entire visit that has kicked up a storm is his posing in multiple pictures and clearly meeting Ilhan Omar. Now, we'll bring you more context on each of these developments. But remember, Ilhan Omar has been in the center of the storm because of comments that she herself has made in the past. Now, she is a particularly vociferous Democrat within the United States. She does represent the far left progressive wing of the United States. But statements of her own, actions of her own have drawn the ire of India multiple times in the past. For example, just recently, she's condemned India on the Hardeep Singh Nijjar killing. She's called on the United States to back Canadian investigation. She boycotted the Prime Minister's address to the Congress back in June 2023. She introduced a House resolution to declare India as a country of particular concern. This is alleging persecution of minorities in 2022. Let's just go back to our colleague Payal to understand more about this. Payal, I've not even covered the full depth of actions to which India has objected in the recent past itself. Just in 2022, she had visited Pakistan, occupied Kashmir. Have we seen the BJP government itself in the last few months or years put out a statement referring specifically to her and her attacks?
Well, India hasn't put out a statement specifically, but India has expressed its reservation, India has expressed its objections. In particular, when an Indian citizen goes overseas and allies with somebody who speaks of anti-India comments, this is not in the right spirit. That's what everybody has been saying. And that's the reason, when he made the comment about the Sikhs yesterday, you saw a vociferous attack coming in from the government. Union Minister Hardeep Puri fronted that attack on Rahul Gandhi, Today also, in some time from now, at about 12:30, you will see a press conference taking place at the BJP headquarters, where Sudhanshu Trivedi is expected to counter all these points as well. But Rahul Gandhi has been stating controversy after controversy. And remember, last time around also when they made these comments, the Prime Minister also came out multiple times and said that nobody can tinker with the policies or the reservation policies of the country, given the fact that, it is guaranteed to the Indian citizens through the constitution. Also the fact that, when you go and post pictures with people who speak the anti-India language, actually just tells you what kind of mindset you're really coming in from. So obviously that's something which the BJP has been highlighting time and again, that Rahul Gandhi does not owe his allegiance to India, he owes his allegiance to anti-India forces. And that's been the strategy of the Congress party, that's been the status of the Congress party.
Payal, can I just ask you to stay with us? We have senior Congress leader Pramod Tiwari, who's actually with us right now, and we'll just go over to him to understand more. He's, remember, a senior leader in the Rajya Sabha as we speak. Pramod ji, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद. Pramod ji, can you first tell us आपकी प्रतिक्रिया on the statement that Amit Shah has just made, that he's put out on Twitter?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अंदर आत्मा समा गई हिटलर की। एक झूठ, उनका एक प्रचार मंत्री था ना गोवल्स, एक झूठ बोलो, बार बार बोलो, 100 बार बोलो, पर वो भूल गए ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक का जमाना है, सारी चीजें रिकॉर्ड हो जाती। राहुल गांधी जी ने बड़ा क्लेरिफाई कर दिया। उसके बाद भी अब जब छोट भैया नहीं चले तो गृह मंत्री जी उतर आए। गृह मंत्री जी, बहुत साफ कहना चाहता हूं आपसे, क्या ये सच्चाई नहीं है कि हमारी उन चौकियों पर जहां पर हम जाते थे गश्त करने रोक लग गई है? और अगर ये लग गई है तो ये आपकी कमजोरी नहीं है? क्या प्रधानमंत्री जी का वो बयान आपको याद है? न कोई आया है न कोई है, तो एक कमजोरी दिखाता है हमारी सरकार की। और राहुल गांधी जी जब उसको कहते हैं तो पूरी दृढ़ता से कहते हैं। हम चिंतित है भारत के लिए। जहां तक सेनाओं का सवाल है, भारत की विश्व विजयी सेना है। भारत की सेनाएं वही हैं जिन्होंने 1971 में दुनिया का जोग्राफिया बदल दिया था और बांग्लादेश पैदा किया था। पर उस समय एक मजबूत प्रधानमंत्री इंदिरा गांधी थी, आज एक कमजोर प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी।
Sir, I just want to ask you, आपने बार-बार कहा in the last few days that you are backing the statements that Rahul Gandhi has made multiple times in the US. Sir, तो उस पे मैं आपसे और प्रश्न नहीं पूछना चाहती, but I do want to ask you, sir, the visuals of him meeting Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar is someone who has multiple times spoken out against India. Recently, just a few weeks ago, she said that Canada should be supported by the United States in the investigation against Hardeep Singh Nijjar. So, उस पे आपकी क्या प्रतिक्रिया है? The visuals of their meeting.
देखिए, कौन मिला, क्या बात हुई, जब तक मेरे पास सारे उसके तथ्य ना आ जाए मैं नहीं बोलना चाहता। कोई अपने विचार नहीं रखना चाहता। पर आप जब विदेश जाते हैं या कहीं जाते हैं तो वहाँ तमाम विचारधारा के लोग मिलते हैं। हम उनकी बातों से सहमत नहीं हैं। जो कुछ उन्होंने कहा है हम उससे सहमत नहीं हैं, और हमारी असहमत हम तभी कहेंगे जब हम वो कुछ रखेंगे। हम भारत के हित, सेना और विदेश में भारत के हितों के साथ हैं। अगर कोई बोलता है तो ना वो हमारे विचार है और हम उसकी निंदा करते हैं।
Okay, all right. Sir, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद. Thank you for making your stance clear. Let's just go over to our colleague Payal, who remains with us. Payal, it's been interesting. Earlier in the morning too, we were talking to Pallavi, asking her this question: if the Congress knew that this would take place, because it almost seems that at every visit that Rahul Gandhi makes, there is some kind of controversy that does play out. Just tell our audiences, Payal, what will the BJP likely make of the Congress response? That there should, all right. We have BJP spokesperson Shehzad Poonawalla, who's just joined us on the phone. Shehzad, you had made some statements earlier too regarding this visit. Right now, the Home Minister's response coming in. Can I first have you elaborate on that?
Look, the Home Minister has said it categorically that Rahul Gandhi contains the DNA of division and anti-reservation in his blood, because his grandmother opposed the Mandal report. His great-grandfather Nehru opposed reservation in 1961. We know that his father said that Mandal benefited Buddhus, and today Rahul Gandhi has said that he wants to scrap reservation. Now, you might add that he said when India becomes a fair place, that's the caveat he's given. But let me give you 3 instances where they've actually done this, Roya. 1, Jamia, AMU, Central Universities used to have SC/ST reservation. Rahul Gandhi's family got it scrapped. 2, in Jammu Kashmir, for the first time, Valmiki's got the reservation after removal of Article 370. Rahul Gandhi's family friend Omar Abdullah wants 370, meaning Arakshan gone. And thirdly, in the Ranganath Mishra committee report and during the UPA tenure, Salman Khurshid and other worthies of the Congress were proposing to cut a quota for Muslims from the quota of SC, ST and OBC reservations. And therefore, it is evidently clear that Rahul Gandhi's DNA contains not just the seeds of division, but also anti-reservation. Therefore, it is incumbent on the Congress party to explain whether they agree with his position that reservations ought to be scrapped.
Can I also ask you to engage with Pramod Tiwari? We just had him on the show right now. And on the second aspect, so the photos with Ilhan Omar that we're actually showing on our screens right now, one could say he pleaded the fifth. He essentially said that I don't know what was said between both of them and what's wrong with meeting people of opposing ideologies. How are we going to see the BJP respond to that in the next few hours?
Look, Toya, absolutely. In a democracy and in democratic nations, nothing wrong in meeting anybody from the opposing point of view. But this is Ilhan Omar, who has taken money and sponsorship from Pakistan, violated the territorial integrity and sovereignty of India and visited PO.
Okay, so your point is that, Shehzad, I think we're losing your voice.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Do go ahead. You were saying.
What I'm saying is that there is nothing wrong in meeting people of opposing points of view, but we all stand together in solidarity with national interests. Now, Ilhan Omar has taken a position against India's Jammu Kashmir position and batted for the Pakistani position. She routinely spreads Hindu phobia. That's another point. Thirdly, she has actually introduced anti-India resolutions in the US Congress. Now, Rahul Gandhi can differ with us. He may hate us. Please go ahead. Go and talk about us, against us in the foreign land. That's also fine. But why would you want to undermine India's position on Jammu Kashmir by siding with Ilhan Omar? Why would you want to give her audience? You are leader of opposition. There was once a time, Toya, when the Narsimha government sent Vajpayee, leader of opposition,
right,
to argue India's case on Jammu Kashmir. And here you have the leader of opposition decrying India's position on Jammu Kashmir by meeting and patronizing Ilhan Omar. That's the difference between a Vajpayee, a Modi and a Rahul Gandhi.
But also, as you've just pointed out, Narasimha Rao who gave him that chance. So, Shehzad, thank you for joining us. Let's just go back to our colleague Payal to understand more here. Payal, I do want to ask, we just heard from the BJP, so it was great to actually get that head start on what their response is going to be to this through the day. I do want to understand from you here. We saw the Home Minister's response, and again, he's targeting Rahul Gandhi on two different fronts. One, obviously, are the images around Ilhan Omar, but the other is the comments he made around reservation. It's in that regard that we've really seen the strength of the BJP response. I just want to understand from you, Payal, how are we going to see possibly the Congress respond to this through the day? Because we heard Pramod Tiwari, he didn't really comment on the Ilhan Omar aspect of the story at all.